First opened in 2017. There's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Washington football team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Runs over it. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Burrow on 3rd down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Joe Burrow in year number 2, moving around pretty good considering the seriousness of his injury last year. If you're a defensive coordinator here, what do you try to do to slow Joe Burrow down?
I think you want him to be in rhythm. I think you want him to be on time. And normally you want to take that away from a quarterback, make him hold it a little bit longer. But when he has a chance to maneuver around the pocket, sometimes get out of it, big plays result. I want him throwing the ball on time and then tackling the receivers so there's no extra yardage.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. To the air again, Burrow. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
How you fake when it's 4th and 4, bro? Like, that's going for it on 4th down. Like, what are you doing?
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Burrow will throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now a throw here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 2. Burrow on play action. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Flush to his right. Pass thrown toward Rager near the sideline. It's complete. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Rager catches it left side. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. The reception good for 7. It's third down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Washington 9, Falcons nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that...
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After one, it's 9-0.
Washington 9, Falcons nothing.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, one play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
Throw the ball.
He's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Terrell Edmonds comes flying
Now they look just like their
safety
name.
for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. To throw is Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They go play action now. Jackson.
That's a terrible throw, Lamar. What are you doing, bro?
By the rookie J.C. Horn. And his guys are going to get the football at
My
the
goodness, dog.
line. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. This is caught. It's Woods. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Robert Woods, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is down to 2. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
It's over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time was a pretty one play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow. On the right side, this is Miller. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Washington on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Burrow. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Here we go.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Elliott. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Ezekiel Elliott. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Washington 16, Falcons 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 23-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Back 22, back 22. Check back.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Flushed out right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Robert Woods. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They're set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. It's Miller, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Got a man complete to Miller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will push the lead up to 5. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On 3rd and 1, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He'll drop this off for Bernard. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
On 1st down, Bernard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Robert Woods with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try.
20, Washington, 19.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They go play action with Burrow. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A 3rd quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. The give is to Elliott.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Flush to his right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Elliott. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Burrow on third down. Going deep this time for Miller. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on fourth down? They'll go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Gets through, and now an opening. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. An incredible play there on fourth down in their own territory. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to fourth down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has retaken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Play action. It's Jackson. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now Burrow on first down. Going for the deep ball. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14.
Falcons 20.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check him. Check him. It's our time. It's our time, guys. Mike 34. Mike 34.
Jackson from the shotgun. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys.
Boy, that junk just float.
That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Carl Lawson collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's Jackson to throw. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
A gain of 11. It's now 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing is Jackson. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. Touchdown! Giovanni Bernard. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Falcons 27.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? They've been in
What are you
attack,
doing,
trying
bro?
to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Throw to the right. He's got the tight end here, Sternberger. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes this Washington 41, Falcons 27.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw is Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it.
Man, that nigga was diving by me, man.
And it sets up a 3rd down.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game. Not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
From the 41, Jackson being chased out left. 1st down and more for Jackson. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
At the 17-yard line.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Mike 51, Mike 51.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He drops it off for Bernard. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Jackson.
At the 7-yard line.
Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Falcons. Robert Woods. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Falcons 34.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit.
What my line? Where is my defensive line at? Like,
so we are not
going ridiculous,
to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now it's Burrow. Going up top for Miller. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson. He'll drop this off for Bernard.
Oh, that was a terrible pass.
The 28. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll make it a 2nd down. Nothing open downfield. They went
Just
underneath.
inaccurate,
Yeah, see if
bro.
you get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Now Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from the yard out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Throwing, Burrow. Connecting with Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
To throw, Burrow. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone.
Why slow down like that?
Because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Washington, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.